Have you ever looked into a mirror and been surprised by the reflection staring back at you? The concept of a mirror is simple, it shows us exactly what we present to it. We can smile or frown, make gestures or expressions, but the mirror remains neutral, it simply reflects. This is the essence of the mirror principle, and it plays an even more powerful role in shaping our reality than many realize. The mirror principle teaches us that life, much like a mirror, reflects back what we project into it. Our outer world is merely a reflection of our inner world. The thoughts, beliefs, and feelings we hold shape our experiences, interactions, and circumstances. If we continue to hold the same beliefs or think the same thoughts, we will continue to encounter the same patterns in our lives. In short, if we don't change what's inside, reality will never change. It's not just about observing this principle, it's about truly embodying it, allowing it to shift the way you see yourself and the world around you. At its core, the mirror principle is all about responsibility. It's easy to look at our circumstances and place blame on external factors, our jobs, relationships, finances, or even luck. But what if we saw every situation in our life as a reflection of what's happening within us? This might sound confronting, but it's incredibly empowering. It means that by changing how we think and feel, we can directly influence the world around us. Let's start with something simple, your mindset. How many times have you found yourself caught in a cycle of negative thinking, only to see things go from bad to worse? Maybe you thought, things never work out for me, or I'm always struggling. And sure enough, your life seemed to reflect those exact beliefs. That's the mirror principle in action. When we focus on negativity, our world mirrors it back to us in the form of challenges, obstacles, and difficulties. But the opposite is also true. When you choose to focus on positivity, gratitude, and abundance, the world has a way of responding to that shift. It doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, life begins to reflect a more harmonious, joyful version of itself. The key here is not just to think positively on the surface but to truly believe in your worth, capability, and the abundance that's available to you. Let's talk about the role of self-image in all of this. Think about how you view yourself. Are you confident? Do you believe you deserve good things? Or do you struggle with self-doubt, insecurity, or feelings of unworthiness? The way you see yourself is what you project into the world, and the world mirrors that perception back to you. If you don't believe you're worthy of love, success, or happiness, you'll likely experience situations that reinforce those beliefs. This isn't the universe punishing you, it's simply reflecting the image you hold of yourself. Changing your self-image requires introspection and effort. It's about recognizing the limiting beliefs you've carried for years, whether they stem from childhood, societal expectations, or past experiences. Once you identify these beliefs, you can start rewriting the story you've been telling yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," shift to, "I am capable and deserving of all that is good." Instead of, "I'll never succeed," affirm, "I am on the path to success." The language we use with ourselves is crucial. Words are powerful, and they can either build us up or tear us down. When you speak kindly to yourself, when you affirm your worth and potential, you create an internal environment that invites positive change. And when your internal environment changes, the external world can't help but mirror that transformation. Relationships are another area where the mirror principle comes into play. Have you ever noticed how the dynamics in your relationships often reflect how you feel about yourself? If you're constantly encountering conflict or drama in your relationships, it might be worth looking inward. Are you carrying unresolved anger, resentment, or hurt? The people around us, whether consciously or unconsciously, reflect back the energy we put out. If we hold on to negativity, we're more likely to attract negative interactions. But if we approach others with love, understanding, and compassion, we're far more likely to experience the same in return. This doesn't mean that we're responsible for other people's actions or behaviors, but it does suggest that by changing the way we engage with the world, we can change the way the world responds to us. For instance, if you're feeling unappreciated in a relationship, ask yourself, am I appreciating myself? Often, the lack we feel from others is a reflection of the lack we feel within ourselves. So how do we apply the mirror principle to change our reality? It starts with awareness. Begin by observing your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions without judgment. Notice the patterns in your life and ask yourself how they might be connected to what's happening internally. Are there certain situations or challenges that keep repeating themselves? If so, what internal belief or mindset might be contributing to this pattern? Next, take responsibility for your reflection. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong, but rather acknowledging your role in the creation of your reality. By taking ownership of your thoughts and feelings, you empower yourself to change them. And as you change your inner world, your outer world will naturally follow suit. The power of visualization is another tool that can help shift your internal state. Spend time each day imagining the life you want to create. Visualize yourself living in abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Feel the emotions associated with this reality: gratitude, excitement, love. The more vividly you can imagine this, the more your mind and body will begin to align with that version of reality. And in time, the mirror of life will reflect this new image back to you. It's also important to practice patience. The mirror principle works, but it doesn't always produce instant results. Just like a reflection in the mirror doesn't change until you change, your reality won't shift until your internal state does. But with persistence, commitment, and belief, you'll start to see changes in your outer world that reflect the transformation happening within. The power of your mind is far more significant than you may realize. What you focus on, what you allow yourself to believe, and the thoughts you nurture daily, all play a role in shaping your experience of the world. It's not just about understanding this concept on an intellectual level, it's about feeling it, living it, and allowing it to influence your choices, behaviors, and actions. The more you acknowledge this inner power, the more control you will have over how your life unfolds. Every moment presents an opportunity to shift your perspective and, in turn, create new outcomes. This isn't about forcing changes or resisting what currently is. It's about tuning into a deeper awareness of how your inner state interacts with the outer world. Small adjustments in your thinking, how you respond to challenges, and the emotions you foster can have an enormous impact over time. With greater awareness, you can make choices that align more closely with the outcomes you wish to see, and in doing so, change the flow of your life in subtle but powerful ways. When you cultivate this awareness, you begin to recognize the patterns in your life that can be altered. It's not always easy to pinpoint where a shift is needed, but by remaining mindful and open, you'll start to see new possibilities emerge. Each day is an opportunity to refine this process, to test the boundaries of what you can achieve through a heightened sense of consciousness. Consider how different your world could look if you approached each situation with the intention of growth. Instead of reacting automatically or out of habit, ask yourself what thoughts or beliefs might be limiting the outcome. With each new awareness, you open a door to a different reality. The ability to create lasting change starts with this simple recognition: you are the architect of your own experience, and that experience begins within. Now, note that the mirror principle is not about perfection. It's not about always being positive or never feeling doubt or fear. It's about being conscious of the energy you're putting out into the world and understanding that life is constantly reflecting that energy back to you. When you recognize this, you can start making conscious choices that align with the reality you want to create. In the end, the mirror principle is a reminder that you hold the power to change your life. The world around you is a reflection of the world within you, and by changing your inner landscape, you can reshape the reality that surrounds you. It's a process of self-awareness, responsibility, and intentionality. And it all begins with the decision to look inward and make the necessary changes, knowing that the reflection in the mirror is always within your control. As we reach the conclusion, it's essential to understand that the insights shared here have the potential to open new ways of perceiving the world around you. Life is always reflecting back what you offer it, and that reflection is within your control. The power of change lies not in external forces but in your own thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. By tuning into this, you have the ability to experience a reality that aligns with your true desires. Take a moment to consider the small steps you can take today to bring yourself into alignment with what you seek. These steps might feel subtle, but over time, they create a shift in your life that is both profound and lasting. Now, before we close, if you found value in this message, take a second to like this video. Your support truly helps bring more content like this to others. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. It's a simple way to ensure you're always up to date with new videos that can inspire and guide you. Another way you can stay connected is by subscribing and turning on notifications, so you never miss any new insights that could help you deepen your understanding of these principles. This channel is dedicated to offering content that encourages growth and awareness, and subscribing guarantees you're a part of that. For those who are committed to continuous learning and growth, clicking that like button lets us know that this type of content resonates with you. By subscribing, you'll be taking part in something that brings fresh perspectives and tools for personal transformation. If today's message sparked something within you, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. And of course, subscribe if you're interested in more content that supports positive change and self-reflection. The act of subscribing not only keeps you informed but also contributes to a broader conversation about the power of inner transformation. Now, to close this out, if you enjoyed the concepts discussed today, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's an easy way to stay connected with future content that explores powerful ideas and principles like the ones we've discussed today. Subscribing ensures you never miss a moment to grow and learn more.